More developing news this morning as fallout from the final report issued from Special Counsel Robert Mueller's office continues. Now, this morning, CBS 2 has team coverage from our national correspondents. First, let's go to Christine Frizzell with the very latest.
Good morning. We expect lawmakers to begin trickling in here soon, and that many will have an opinion on the findings of this report and what it means. In the eyes of many, the findings of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report can be summed up in the president's own words.
No collusion, no collusion.
The Justice Department's summary of Robert Mueller's nearly 2-year investigation showing he couldn't find proof of election interference between the Trump campaign and Russia. But when it came to possible obstruction of justice, that couldn't be determined one way or the other. Mueller indicating the report doesn't conclude the president committed a crime, but it also doesn't exonerate him. A Trump campaign ad already released. The 4-page summary, not enough for Democrats, now demanding more.
The entire unfiltered report, as well as the evidence underlying that report, must be made available to Congress and to the American people.
President Trump, meanwhile, calling for a new investigation.
And it began illegally. And hopefully somebody's going to look at the other side. This was an illegal takedown that failed.
The president also called the findings of this report a, quote, total exoneration. Many Democrats, meanwhile, have shifted their focus already to the dozen or so additional investigations into the president still going on. Reporting on Capitol Hill, I'm Christine Frizzell. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Christine. Investigative reporter James Rosen has the latest from Washington as well. James, good morning.
Greetings from the nation's capital, where it certainly is a new dawn for President Trump, the first day in nearly 2 years where his White House hasn't felt the shadow of a special counsel probe and possible federal obstruction charges. But no one should imagine that the President of the United States is here now fully absolved of the need to spend time with lawyers. Even though special counsel Robert Mueller exonerated Donald Trump and his campaign of collusion with Russia in 2016, and even though the Justice Department ruled out an obstruction of justice case against President Trump, veteran prosecutors say his legal troubles are far from over. Mark Toohey is a former assistant U.S. attorney and staff lawyer under independent counsel Kenneth Starr.
The various committees now with the House in Democratic hands are going to pursue investigations of conduct that's occurred in the recent years. Whether it will lead to impeachment, I don't know.
Indeed, the House Judiciary Chairman signaled both before and after the Mueller report summary was issued that he will continue on numerous investigative fronts, including even the collusion charge that Mueller discounted.
The Attorney General's comments make it clear that Congress must step in to get the truth. We cannot simply rely on what may be a hasty, partisan interpretation of the facts.
Michael, what's your message to the president?
And then there is the Eastern District of New York, where former Trump attorney Michael Cohen was prosecuted and pleaded guilty, including to one offense where prosecutors charged Cohen acted at the direction of the president. Cohen has reportedly assisted investigators probing the finances of the president's inaugural committee, and state authorities are reportedly investigating the Trump Organization and philanthropies tied to the Trump family.
There have been several opinions of legal counsel at the Department of Justice that it would not be appropriate to indict a sitting president. I don't know that that has any relevance to the work of the New York Attorney General, who's focusing on issues of money laundering and financial fraud with regard to real property.
In his first public comment since the arrival of the Mueller report, President Trump suggested still another course of investigation into alleged abuses of power at the Department of Justice and the FBI, where he and Republican allies allege senior officials colluded against the Trump campaign. On Capitol Hill, James Rosen, now back to you.